Good morning. Welcome to Mornings with the Mayor. We have a very, very important show today. I want everybody, please, to listen to this show. Try to understand. Any questions, you'll get back to us by telephone number, whatever. And I have with me today the Director of Public Safety, Fred Harran. Good morning, Fred.
Good morning, Mayor. Thanks.
Good to be with you,
too.
As always. We want to talk about a gun buyback program that I, myself, and Council have been working on for the last almost 6 or 8 months, trying to get it to work here in Bensalem, and we finally got it done. And the most important thing to get this done was to find the money, the finance, to be able to do this without using taxpayers' money. I'm going to let Fred do a lot of the details on this. We have 2 dates so far, February 6th and February 9th. On the 6th, it's between 6 and 9. That's evening, 6 and 9 on February 6th. On February 9th, which is a Saturday, it's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., which gives everybody an opportunity on the weekend in case they can't make it. We'll give the details of it. We're going to talk about it. And again, if there's any questions, you can call the township or call the police department for any details that you think you need to know about it. Totally voluntary, anonymous, with no questions asked. And Fred, I'll let you start talking about some specifics.
Sure. Well, I just want to reiterate the fact that it is all voluntarily, of course, and it's all anonymous. It's not. That's the first questions people ask us. Are you going to be taking pictures or names? No. No names, no pictures, nothing. You come in, we're going to have it right here at the Township building. And like you said, if people have more questions, just go to the Township or the police website. Or we have a hotline. If you go to the website, you'll see it's 215-633-3700 and then extension 3777. You tasked me months ago to try to do a gun buyback program, and we started looking at some other towns, what they've been doing, and of course the hardest thing was to try to get the finances, which we've accomplished, and I'll talk about that in a second. But what I want to let people know is what we're going to be giving them. We're going to be giving out cash. It's going to be $200, and this is all on the website. It's going to be $200 for assault rifles. We're going to be giving out $100, up to $100 for semi-automatic handguns, and we'll be giving out $50 for other handguns, rifles, and shotguns that people want to get rid of. People don't want them in the house. We get a lot of times people, after somebody has passed away, there's guns in the house, or for whatever reason, people just want the guns out of the house. And we've always taken them, but now we're trying to encourage people to turn in their weapons that they might not want, and we're going to give them money for it. The other thing is we've partnered with a guy named Mike Kaplan. He's a Bensalem resident, and he's the owner of the Comedy Works at Georgine's in Bristol. And Mike has donated 150 passes for 2 to the first 150 people that'll come in. So you'll get money and you'll get passes to the Comedy Works, and I think that's a $30 or $50 value. And it's a great show right here locally in Bucks County. So we certainly appreciate Mike's work for that, and all that information's on our website. Why are we doing a gun buyback program?
Well, that's the important part of this whole thing, the beginning, why are we doing it? There are several reasons. I think Fred already mentioned about people that somebody passed away, the fact they had guns, they want to get rid of them, they didn't know how to do it, which you can do at any time here. I mean, to get rid of a gun if you had to. But this gives them an opportunity to get something back for the gun. And personally, I believe there's a lot of illegal guns out there. Get them off the street. I'm not against anyone having a legal gun. Absolutely not against it if they go through the process and they can pass all the tests that you have to pass and make sure that your background, I have no problem with that. What we're trying to do is take an opportunity. If these guns are around and we want to get them off the street, if it saves a life or injury, this is absolutely the way to go. And it was a little bit long time, as I say, coming because we needed the revenue to be able to do this. And again, Fred, thanks for being able to get that. And this money is from where?
It's actually pretty neat. What we've done is we've been able. I had to get permission from Washington. That took some time. We're using our drug federal forfeiture money. This money that we're using for this initiative is paid for with drug dealers' money. When drug dealers are arrested and their money is turned over to the U.S. government, we get a percentage of that money back, and we can use it for different police initiatives. This initiative wasn't really clearly spelled out in the outline, So I had to call Philadelphia, I had to call Washington and write a letter, and we just got the approval back about a week or so ago from Washington that this is an initiative, that there's a few municipalities throughout the United States that have used drug money for it. I don't know of anybody in Bucks County or the Pennsylvania area, so we're kind of on the cutting edge a little bit, another first for this area. But we are using drug dealers' money, which I think is really cool. Anytime you can use drug dealers' money for a good program, then it's certainly worthwhile. And Mayor, like you said, you know, a lot of people say, oh, the gun buybacks aren't really beneficial programs. You know, the criminals aren't turning their guns in. Well, I disagree. Sometimes the criminals do turn their guns in, but also it's the folks where the guns are stolen from. They're stolen from people's houses and things like that the criminals get their hands on, and we're getting those guns off the street. Like you said, if it saves one life for what we're spending, what we'll spend on this, it's well worth it.
Well, we're not spending any Ben Salem taxpayers' money.
That's
we're not.
Correct.
I'll probably be criticized for what I say here, but we talk about the gun buyback, and you hear it's coming from the drug money. Well, the drug, to me, the war on drugs has not ever worked. It doesn't, and some of the statistics that they give me out of the state of Pennsylvania, 90% of the crimes in the state of Pennsylvania go back related to drugs, related to drugs. Can you believe that? The drug, and I don't know how we get that to work, and I don't profess to say that this is what you had to do, but this problem with drugs under some condition on how we do, and Ben Salem Police do an incredible job on this, and I know we're first in that, and getting these drugs off the street, but that is one of the basic big problems we have, not in just guns, but in all crimes that are committed. So I just wish that there were some way and that we can contribute more to that, getting these drugs off the street, and we do as much as humanly possible. And we have the best police force. They work diligently on this, and I imagine we get more arrests than anybody in Bucks County for sure. I don't know in the state of Pennsylvania, but I know in Bucks.
Our numbers, our drug numbers are extremely high, and it's not because we have
of arrests.
And that's what I was about to say. It's not because we have more drugs than anybody else, but we are aggressively, you know, and I'm not saying it because you're sitting here, but because you and council allow us and give us the funding to put a real drug unit, and we are the only ones in Bucks County that have, you know, multiple officers assigned just for tackling drugs, because I believe, as I know you do, as you've told me so many times over and over again, that if we go after the drugs, a lot of the other crimes will start to reduce, and we've actually seen those numbers happen in Ben Salem. And you know, we're very lucky to be able to go after that, to get the resources to deal with the drugs. There's many initiatives, unfortunately, I'll never be able to talk about on the show.
I know that
we've got going on that I can't talk about, but I can tell you, we've got some firsts in Bucks County and some firsts in the state of Pennsylvania on some initiatives, or we're one of a very few select group.
I know I've submitted 20 budgets since I've been here, and I got to tell you, I will not compromise on the safety and welfare of our community. That's not going to happen as long as I'm here. I am not going to compromise on that. It is number one to make sure that we do the very best we can do. A lot of people might say you have too many police, you know, because of budgetary reasons. I'm telling you, the safety and welfare of this community, I'm not compromising it in any way, and we'll continue to make sure that we give our police the best equipment, the best knowledge, the best training, and to make this work. And that comes back to this gun buyback. This is something that I think, that's important, that we try it. We see whatever guns we get off the street, whatever guns, is a plus. So please, you know, I know people are going to be scared. They're going to say, well, they'll take my picture, they'll get my name. Absolutely not. Absolutely. Tell them it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. That's one of the reasons why we moved into the council chambers and stuff, because we didn't want people to have to come into the police department. There's no pictures. There's nothing. We don't take your name. We don't do any. We don't take your license. And you know, some people say it's just for Ben Salem residents. No, it's for anybody, because we have no idea where you live.
Sure. Exactly. So if anybody, I know this goes across the county on Verizon. So anybody out there, you want, let's repeat that. $200 cash for an assault rifle, $100 for semi-auto handguns, and a handgun, rifle, and shotgun are $50. So come on, you know, there might not, somebody might have rubbed off the serial numbers on these guns. It happens. It happens somehow. No questions. Am I right?
We'll take any gun.
Any gun. No questions asked. And I'm hopeful, and you know, that this is going to be a good 2 days.
I think we're going to get a lot of guns.
Yeah,
no doubt in my mind.
I'm hopeful of that. Fred, how will that work? Tell us. I know it's in the council chamber. Like, you don't have to go to the police department.
Right.
You come into the main lobby, right into our council chamber.
They'll come into the main area, and they'll be greeted by officers. Our armors are officers that specialize. They've been trained by Glock and Smith & Wesson on how to take guns apart. Because the last thing we want, please don't come in with loaded weapons. But just in case you don't know what you're doing, we're going to check the guns before they get into the building. Just make sure that there's no bullets in it. Last thing we want is somebody standing in line and somebody getting hurt. The gun's going to be taken off of you, and you're going to be taken to another officer that's going to give you your voucher and out the door. It's pretty simple. You should, I mean, depending on the line, we're gonna have other people on hand to get. If the line starts to get long, we're gonna get it moving. We don't want people standing around. Get them in, give them their cash, and go. There's nothing to fill out. There's nothing for you to do. There's no paperwork. So
And these guns will be destroyed.
everything gets destroyed. Yes. Somebody had asked the question: do we reuse the gun? No. These guns get melted down. The evidence custodian will be here, Joan, and she's going to take these guns and they get destroyed. There's no salvaging any of these guns. They get destroyed.
Well, again, I'll give you the date. It's Wednesday, February 6th. That's from 6 p.m. to 9. And on Saturday, February 9th, it's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So there's an opportunity that if you're working, you can't get here, Saturday's open for you. And if it's something crazy you can't get in, you want to turn in a gun, just call us. Just call us. And they'll make it work. But you got anything to add?
Just, I know we gave a lot of information. Go to the website, the township and the police website. All the information's on there that you need. There's also a phone number of frequently asked questions. So you could just listen to that. And if not, you can leave your information and we'll give you a call back. It's as you said, if we could save one person, not even if
an injury,
just an injury,
yeah,
it's a good deal.
Well, it's an initiative that we've started. We hope it's very successful. And again, if you have that gun that you want to turn in, you'll get cash for it. And don't forget the 2 days, February 6th, February 9th. And the police will be here to take care of it. There won't be any hoopla. There won't be any political people around or nothing. This is an initiative to get guns off the street. Guns that people want to get rid of. And that's that simple.
It's that simple.
It's that simple. And I thank you for watching. Hopefully you'll be there if you have that gun to turn it in. And at any time, you can call the township or the police and find out what you can do if you can't make these 2 dates. But thank you for listening to us. Fred, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
For being here today. And again, thanks for watching. And hopefully we'll get a lot of guns in here and get them off the street that we think shouldn't be there. Until next time, everybody, God bless.